Welcome back to the Give and Go. I am your co-host Reynoso here with my boy
Soltero. What's up, guys?
Guys, I'm going to ask you to do one thing, and that's to subscribe to the channel. We are 2,500 subscribers away from hitting the monumental 100K, and we want that 100K bad, bro.
Oh, I love it.
I want that 100K
I would love
bad,
it.
man. I want that plaque. So give us a subscription if you can, and give us a thumbs up on the stream right now if you would invade the pitch. Give us a thumbs up if you would be a pitch invader throughout your entire life. You'd be willing to do that. Give us a thumbs up because, my Lord, we saw a lot of those today, man. A lot of those today. Folks, we had Belgium face off against Romania. Turkey versus Portugal.
Well, Atlanta, Georgia against Turkey.
Man. God damn. Georgia versus Czech Republic. And we're going to start with Belgium versus Romania, which saw Belgium win 2-0 today. Belgium bounced back, bro. They bounced back after a disappointing loss to Slovakia.
Well, it was a really good start to this game for Belgium. And, I mean, obviously... what something happened. Sorry.
We got new sound effects on deck, bro. Producer Ryan.
Oh my god. Did the audience hear
worked.
that?
I think it worked. Yeah.
All right, cool. That was a crazy noise. All right. It started off beautifully for Belgium. I mean, an amazing layout from Lukaku to an oncoming Yuri Tielemans, who gets the start today. He hits it one time as he's falling, and it goes right past the keeper through a couple of defenders. Belgium go up early in this game in the second minute, and it's pure Belgium ecstasy from the get-go. But, dude, even beyond that goal, before that chance, and for the next 20 minutes after that chance, Belgium looked locked in and ready to go.
The amount of flair I saw today from all those Belgian forwards, everyone was locked in. It's like they actually took the pressure that the media put on them and the comments that were being said about them after that loss to Slovakia. They actually took it to them and they worked with that. They did something with that, and they executed it flawlessly today against a Romanian defense that has been hyped up as one of the best so far going into the European tournament, because they only conceded 5 goals during qualification, and then they shut out Ukraine in their initial match.
Yeah.
And then a minute into the game, Belgium breaks that defense and gets a beautiful finish from Yuri Tielemans. And then afterwards, we just see Belgium continue to attack, continue to be relentless, and honestly not finish many opportunities I thought could have ended up in goals.
I know, man. And I guess that's the weird part is Lukaku had such a good game in every single aspect except on the score line. He did everything right. His first touches were incredible. His shifting of the body, using his weight to shield the ball against the defenders. And he got a couple of shots off in the box, but every single time it was either a wayward shot or it was really good last-ditch defending from what is ultimately still a good, solid Romanian defense. But I mean, I would say for the entire first half, Belgium just looked so good. Yeah. Constantly pushing the ball forward. They were going for goal every single time, and that's all I was looking for. Sure, the game only ends with 2 goals for Belgium at the end of the day, but the way that they looked is, I think, the difference maker here. If Belgium play like this for the rest of the tournament, they can go deep for sure.
I think so. Lukaku with a hat trick of offside goals so far in this tournament, where he had 2 offside goals in that first game, and now another one by just a sheer centimeter was called offside off of a beautiful De Bruyne assist. Just didn't happen, man. Just didn't happen.
Crazy.
He might be cursed, is a comment that I see here from, I think, Casper Anderson. He might be cursed because so far in this tournament, his luck has been so bad in the sense that it's been inches for him. Just inches that have called himself offside. The correct call, but he just hasn't had that luck. I hope at some point in this tournament, he ends up getting that good luck in his way, ends up scoring a goal.
Yeah, and to end this game, Trossard comes on the pitch, and he could have had a hat trick of assists. His form ultimately let him down every single time he tried to cross the ball to either Lukaku or De Bruyne. Super disappointing there. Belgium could have had genuinely 4 or 5 goals in this game.
This was a fun game, bro. It was fun. It was back and forth a lot, but there was a point in the match where it was 1-0, and I believe it was Amadou Onana heads the ball back around the 55th minute, and there's a Romanian player right on top of it, one-on-one with the keeper, and he shoots it straight at him. Yeah. And I am left wondering, what does that moment look like? What impact does that moment have if he manages to finish it off and tie the game 1-1 and flip momentum? Because that was a big moment, bro, and he ends up falling short.
And what I love about not just this match, but the Euros in general so far, every time there's a clear winner to start the match, somehow the opponent tries to have a spell of their own in the second half. And we saw that today. Romania, I'd say honestly, for 30 minutes of the second half, bossed the game, and they went at Belgium. Sure, they weren't really able to create a lot of genuine opportunities, but I think they still generated 9 shots overall. So really good creation for Romania just in general. And if you consider Romania to be a, let's just say quote unquote mid-tier team, for them to get that much activity offensively against Belgium, I mean, this is what the Euros has been all about, man. These underdog teams showing up against the best. There was a moment where it genuinely looked like Romania were going to get back into this game 1-1. And that's happened so many times in this Euros. The gap is closing 100%. We've seen it not just in this match, but in a lot of games so far in this tournament. And Romania is the perfect example of that.
Yes, dude. And now this group gets crazy after 2 match days. We have Romania still in first place, and then Belgium in second, Slovakia in third, Ukraine on fourth, every single team on 3 points.
Yeah. It's going to be a really fun last Euro group stage day for this group specifically, man, because literally anything could happen.
Anything can happen in this one. Belgium is set to face off against Ukraine and Slovakia against Romania. I mean, I'm not even sure if Belgium gets out now because Ukraine had a great result against Slovakia where they got their momentum going. They could definitely upset Belgium. And on the flip side, Belgium could kill Ukraine and defeat them as well. Slovakia, Romania, that's going to be a great matchup too. Who wants that second place position? It's up for grabs completely. This group is wide open. And I think that's actually really exciting and unpredictable, honestly, because I thought this group would be dominated by Belgium. But on the flip side, it's been everything but that. It's just been wide open. And it's a sign of how small the gap is, honestly, in Europe.
Exactly, dude. But for Belgium, they needed this win like sorely. But I go back to what I said at the beginning. The way that they played, I think, is what is important. If they approach the same way in their third group stage game, I do see Belgium getting through kind of no matter what. Even if they still can't figure out finishing, they still will they still will find a way. Think of the second goal that De Bruyne got. It was a direct route ball over the top. Casteels, the goalkeeper, getting the assist. And there was so much little combination in the midfield that ultimately didn't work. And it was a long ball over the top that got Belgium that second goal. I think if Belgium just remain ambitious going forward, they will find a way in this group no matter what.
Next up, we have Turkey facing off against Portugal. Guys, let me know in the chat, what did you think about this Turkey versus Portugal game, which saw Portugal win 3-0. And I mean, if you just saw the highlights of this, you would have seen a crazy reel of opportunities and things that we saw. For example, a crazy, never seen before type own goal from Turkey. Cristiano Ronaldo being unselfish. 3 pitch invaders, I think, at one point coming in. This game was just crazy. And it actually that craziness started before the match even kicked off with no Arda Güler and no Yildiz in the lineup. What'd you think?
That's so surprising. I honestly don't understand it from Montella. We looked it up beforehand. Apparently there was muscular discomfort for Güler, but he still came on with 20 minutes left in the match. So I really do think it was more tactical than it was injury related. So my only guess here is that Montella said, look, we're not going to get points against Portugal anyway, so let's just kind of approach this match very steadily and see what happens. Let's not risk our best players and have them fresh for that third game. I get it. Hate to see it though. Hate to see it because you always want to see your best players on the biggest stage. Against Portugal, it's a privilege to play a team like this if you're Turkey, and so to not play your 2 best wingers, very surprising for me.
I mean, was the tactic to lose? Is that what it was? Because that's what I don't like about this approach, man. Right. It feels so like wimpy, honestly, from Turkey after the momentum and the performance that we saw from both these guys, Yildiz and Arda Güler. I was hoping that they'd come out guns a-blazing, trying to match Portugal's energy after we saw Portugal struggle against the Czech Republic just a few days ago. And so that's my thing is, for as good of a performance as we saw from Portugal today, I can't really put too much into it because they faced a Turkish side that, in my opinion, came out with way less desire and honestly gave up 20 minutes into this game, and then was ultimately signified by that own goal that we saw to give them the 2-0 lead, and the game was done, bro. So it's tough for me to praise Portugal. I do give them credit for taking advantage of that and showing out, but I don't know. I still need to see more from Portugal to be convinced and flip myself from what I said last time, which was that I'm out on this Portuguese side.
Dude, yeah. No,
I need to see more.
I agree, because not just the two wingers were changed, but there was 2 changes at the back as well. It's like, why change a center back? And it was that new center back who made the mistake for getting that own goal. It's just very strange decision making. And when he misplaced that pass, he didn't look up and he played it back to the goalkeeper. Completely wrong back pass. When that happened, it was just a really bad taste in my mouth. And I was like, oh, okay, Turkey didn't even come to play. Like, if that's the focus that they have right now against Portugal, then this game is done and dusted. And it really was, though. After that 30th minute, Portugal were already in cruise control, and the rest of the match, Portugal just saw it out. They got a 3rd goal eventually through a Ronaldo assist to Bruno Fernandes. But even then, even after that, before that moment, it was all Portugal. Turkey had few flashes and moments here and there, but it really wasn't that crazy at the end of the day.
Yeah. Love the chat right now. They're calling us Portuguese haters, and that's crazy, because if you look at the predictions, I had Portugal in the final, bro. In the final. Yeah. I'm a Portuguese lover here. But after that first performance against Czech Republic, there's no way that you could think highly of this team. And after today, it was a good performance. Don't get me wrong. They killed Turkey 3-0, and that was great.
They killed them.
I think their Turkish team that showed up today just wasn't that impressive. And I don't see how you guys would disagree with that, because they didn't play their best players. Yeah. What were we supposed to do about that, bro?
But can I also say, in the same way that we praise Belgium for starting on the right foot in their match, I want to say the same thing about Portugal. From the get-go, I could immediately tell that Rafael Leao, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, and also the new addition of Palhinha, they were all locked in. Yeah. They were so much more focused in this game versus their opener that it immediately showed me, even before they got their first goal through Bernardo Silva, that, okay, Portugal are here to get a result. They're not going to fuck around anymore like they did against the Czechs. And I really appreciate that from Portugal, because you look at the squad, you look at the talent that they have, they should beat Turkey 3-0. Let's be honest. Even if Turkey put out their best, I still see Portugal winning. So I'm really happy that Portugal did not waste this opportunity to just ball out.
No, that's why I give them credit. They balled out. No matter, you can only play who's in front of you. You can only play who's in front of you. But I just need to see a little bit more. That's why ultimately I'm gonna get my full thoughts on Portugal for that round of 16 matchup.
Yeah. That'll be that'll be the real test.
If they ball on that round of 16 matchup, hey. I'll apologize. I'll flip completely. I'll become a Portuguese lover. Anything you want me to do, I'll do it if they ball out in that round of 16 matchup, because that's what I want to see. I had this team in the final, bro. I just feel like they need to tap into that momentum, that form that I believe that they can achieve. I think today was a good sign of that. I just need to see that happen against a really good side instead of the Turkish team we saw today.
Yeah, that is a really, really good point. I can't really contest that. But from what Portugal faced today, they can only face what is in front of them, and I thought they passed this with flying colors. So it was a really good match. Portugal were clearly the better side. Turkey didn't really do much in this match, and there's really not much else to say in this game. This game was done after 30 minutes.
Let's look at these chats, man. Juan Diaz saying they won't say the same thing about England. Bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro?
We literally
Did they not see what we saw about this? Bro, the way we went off on England. My God, bro. Go back to that stream. You got to watch it.
You're not watching all our content,
brother. You're not watching it, bro. England got murdered by us the day that they tied Denmark. Anything else? What else are we seeing? We got Rafael Leao was a lot more consistent in this game than the Czech game. He was
great today. I need to see the same thing from Leao for the rest of the tournament, and he will be a really good asset on that left wing for Portugal. But also another player, and I'm going to keep saying it for the rest of the tournament, Pepe, man. 41 years of age, sliding in like he's 25. He's commanding that back line. Honestly, he doesn't look like he's 41. He still runs like he's, maybe like 32, 33, like a new veteran type of sentiment I get from him. Pepe's class. He's the GOAT center back at this tournament for sure. He's so fun to watch even at 41 years of age.
Dude, old head center backs be balling out Euros. We saw Italy with Chiellini and Bonucci when they won it. Like low key, like they love to step up in these tournaments. And Pepe, everything he embodies, his attitude on the pitch, it is one of one, dude. It is a special thing. I can't believe he's 41 playing, bro.
I can't believe
it, dude.
41. I only ever see that with goalkeepers. Yeah. And when I see goalkeepers, I'm like, damn, they look 41. But Pepe, seriously, he looks 10 years younger.
No, absolutely, bro. Shout out to him. And then Ronaldo breaking a record today, which is achieving the most assists in Euros history with 8 assists now, overcoming, it was a Czechia player who had 7. They were tied on 7. He becomes now the leading assist leader for the Euros after already being the leading goal scorer in the Euros as well. He's Mr. Champions League and now he's Mr. Euros, bro. Already lifting the trophy in 2016, but that unselfish play. What did you think? We got to give some props there.
No,
he could have taken the shot, man.
He easily could have taken the shot. The pass was definitely on, so I'm not gonna overhype the hell out of this. The moment, it was the right move. Bruno Fernandes was wide open.
Ronaldo's always been unselfish, bro. We got to change the narrative. He's always been unselfish, man.
No, it was a perfect pass.
All right. I'm just checking in. That's all, folks. What did you think about Ronaldo breaking the assist record, but then also the number of streakers? Real quick, it brings up an interesting topic regarding pitch invaders, man, because I'm seeing it more and more with Ronaldo just becoming more and more popular. It's happened his entire career, but bro, these pitch invaders are getting out of hand, man. It happened like 3 times, and it's getting to the point now where if you're facing off against Portugal, you got to be on some level a little paranoid about them streakers just running past you, going for Ronaldo, man, because one day, hopefully not, but I would hope that it never happens. I hope that this doesn't get out of hand, bro, because you could have a negative experience of someone malintentioned coming to attack Ronaldo. And I'm getting a little worried here because I'm seeing it a lot now, man. Yeah. Am I ultimately supposed to just trust Europeans, dude? What the hell am I supposed to do, man?
This comes down to
it's scary.
You gotta have trust. Scared. You gotta have trust. I feel like Ronaldo's used to it, kind of, maybe, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Guys, what do y'all think about that? The streakers that we saw today, so many, man, so many. Let's shift on over to the last game, which was Georgia versus Czech Republic. Georgia tying Czech Republic 1-1 after going up 1-0 in this game, and then the Czech Republic tied it in the second half. Patrick Schick's tying it with a stomach goal, honestly, just thumping it in.
Yeah, and it was off the post too. Yeah. A little lucky, but at the end of the day, they did deserve it. They had a really good game overall to get the goal, and they just always pressed throughout the entire match. But I mean, hey, their opponents did really well too to do as much as they could to really go against the Czechs as well.
And I think the biggest story from this game, the biggest thing to take away is whether if it was 1-1 or 0-0, it would have been the same. That final opportunity by
Lobjanidze.
Thank you.
The Georgian who plays in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, sir. Could have become the second MLS player to get a goal in the Euros. And on a 3-on-1 counterattack in the final minute of the game to take the lead and become a hero and get your first Euros victory for your country. Sky's the opportunity, and he is in shambles.
I couldn't believe it, man.
No.
3-on-1, and the pass was perfect. Mm-hmm. I could understand if the pass was a little bobbly, or it was a little behind him, or he had to stretch for it, but it couldn't have been a better, more simple, calm pass to Lobjanidze, and rush of blood to the head, he skies it. Yeah. He sends it back to Georgia. I just couldn't believe it, man. When that moment happened, I genuinely thought Georgia were going to steal the win. Yeah. I really did. I was like, no way, they're going to pull this off. But no, he skied it. I was like, wow, like that's probably the miss of the tournament. We've seen a lot of sitters. We also saw a couple of sitters in the Copa America so far, and there's only been 2 games. But for me, this is the miss of the tournament because with that goal, Georgia would be in really good position to go through. And it also would have been their first win ever at a major tournament. Yeah. Lobjanidze could have been a legend in Georgia. Instead, he's a nobody. It's dark, man. That's the dichotomy of football, bro. It's so cruel.
It's happening every day, though. Something cruel is happening every day, dude. This is getting out of hand, man. Portugal is now leading the group with 6 points. Turkey is in second with 3. Czechia is in third with 1 point, and Georgia is in fourth with 1. That's the difference right there. They get that goal, they move up to second, overtaking Turkey, going into the final match against Portugal. And that's the thing. Because he missed that opportunity, they now have to get points against the toughest team in this group. And now I just don't see that happening.
I just don't see it happening. They've had a great showing at this tournament. I don't want to undermine that. Georgia have been really fun. And I mean, you look at for example, the performance of Mamardashvili. I mean, oh my goodness. Talk about maybe man of the match here, especially since the game ended in 100%. A draw. It has to be him. 10 double figures, 10 blocks today. 10. Ridiculous. And he had some major ones. Early on in the game, there was 2 shots that happened consecutively. He got 2 really good hands to the shots. And then later on, Hlojek, I believe, who got the ball in the box, hit a low and hard shot. Somehow, and I still don't know how, Mamardashvili gets down and blocks it perfectly. He was phenomenal today. And Lobianidze could have done him a favor by getting him this win.
It's time. He could have, but it's time Mamardashvili goes to a bigger club. He's paid his dues with Valencia. This dude can be playing at any club. I think he's that good. To me, he's been the keeper of the tournament so far because he's taken on a lot of pressure with this Georgian defense that is pretty wide open, if we're being honest. And the fact he has maintained this team to 1 goal in this game, I think is ridiculous given the number of opportunities that Czech Republic had. And he was the sole reason for why he kept them in the match and with the lead for a good while too. He has been incredible. And I would just love to see him go to, I don't know, man, Arsenal, Chelsea, Barcelona, Atleti, whoever it might be. I want to see him upgrade from Valencia because I think he's ready for it, man. He just seems ready for that big stage and he can take on that responsibility and genuinely keep any team in a match if he's behind the sticks.
Yeah, not just his shot stopping, but his confidence. You can see it. He oozes confidence in between the sticks. Every time he makes a decision to either go for the ball or make a shot stop, it's with pure confidence. And I think that's what really gets me. He definitely deserves to go to a bigger club. And whoever's watching, I mean, I don't know what his release clause is at Valencia, but he would be your starting goalkeeper no matter where he goes.
Get him to Napoli so he can play with Kvaratskhelia.
There we go.
That'd be dope. That'd be really dope. Guys, it's time to do awards. Awards for the day. The daily awards. It starts off with Goal of the Day. Who gets the Goal of the Day award here on the Give and Go? We had 2 goals in the Belgium-Romania match, 3 in the Portugal match. Are we going to give it to that own goal? Is that what we're going to do? Give it to the own goal? And then 2 goals in the Georgia-Czech Republic game. Who gets the Goal of the Day? I'm already seeing shouts for Tielemans. I need to think about it. Who are you going with?
Yeah, the Tielemans goal was really cool. Just the way it happened, especially at the beginning of the match. It was a good finish too. Bernardo Silva's goal was good too. But I think Tielemans was harder, actually. It was outside of the box. I'll go Tielemans, actually. It really was a good finish, truly. And I think it shocked Romania in the moment. So you take all of that into consideration. It was just a really cool moment for Tielemans.
I'm thinking, the Georgia-Czech Republic game had weak goals with the penalty and then the Czech Republic rebound goal.
Yeah.
Turkey-Portugal, there was the own goal, there was the Ronaldo handoff, and then Silva's goal. Yeah. Silva's goal was good.
It was good, but I think Tielemans is better.
Tielemans takes it today, and I think the chat agrees unless we're giving it to the own goal as well. People are giving a lot of shouts for own goal. It's now the 6th own goal of the tournament. That shit's getting out of hand, but I'm going to go Tielemans on this one. Next award is Performance of the Day. What player stepped up in the best way today in the Euros with 3 matches happening today? Who's the player of the day? No real standouts, huh?
I mean, other than Mamardashvili, but that's just because it was very apparent. Georgia got hammered as far as shots taken against them, but it was Mamardashvili who kept it at bay. There were moments where I genuinely thought Georgia were going to get thrashed here, but after he made like 3 or 4 saves, Georgia got back into the game, and then it became a very tight game after that. So I would say Mamardashvili is the reason Lobianidze even had a chance to win it in the first place. So if you think about a standout performer, it has to be Georgia's goalkeeper.
I like that. People in the chat like Pepe.
Oh, Pepe. Well, come on. He was fantastic today, too. Fantastic.
Pepe. Yeah.
I just think Turkey could have been better.
Juan Diaz says if they don't pick Pepe, they hate Portugal. I swear they're trying to build this hate Portugal narrative. Fine, do it if you want. I'm a Portugal hater now, I guess. Jesus Christ. But I'm going Mamardashvili.
Yeah, he was fun to watch, man. Truly.
Guys, next award of the day is the game of the day. What ends up being the match of the day? The game that had the best entertainment, the best moments, the best highlights. What's the game of the day? Let us know before we talk about the super checks that we just received. Game of the day, Belgium, Romania, I thought was really good. Turkey, Portugal, I thought was pretty much done after 25, 30 minutes. And then Georgia, Czech Republic came down to the very end. What's your game of the day?
Game of the day. I mean, as far as just pure drama, probably the Georgia game, just because of the way it ended, the way that Georgia got, honestly, a surprise penalty, let's be honest. And I just didn't expect it to go the way it did. So, like, emotionally, for me, that was the game of the day. But the way that the Belgium game started, and with Belgium just cooking in that first half, it was super entertaining. And then Romania got back into it. So maybe from, like, an entertainment aspect, I'll go Belgium, Romania.
I'm going with you, bro. I thought that game was so back and forth, and I love seeing Belgium have that confidence, man. That when they showed us when they're confident like that, man, they're one of the funnest teams to watch at the Euros.
Yeah,
they really are. I like what they can achieve here. So we're gonna go Belgium versus Romania, and it looks like the chat generally agrees with us. Belgium versus Romania. Let's look at some super chats. What are the folks of the Give and Go saying today? Captain Crunch guy at the very top, his 10th super chat that he sent on to us. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Lukaku is FIFA public enemy number 1. Bro, he's the footballing god's public enemy, man. For some reason, he just cannot get that luck to go in his favor to get a goal here at this year's Euros. It'll come eventually, bro. But the fact that he's worked so hard to get it and is just an inch offside every time, that's some bad luck right there, man.
It's bad. Yeah, like Zeus has smitten Lukaku. It's like God shit. It really is. Like there's nothing he can do. All he can do is his best, and unfortunately, it just doesn't end in goals right now.
Jesse A says Reynoso hair transplant in danger of not happening. Who makes it further, Belgium or Portugal after today? Let's address the first part. Is definitely in danger of not happening. That's why I wasn't worried. After people were coming at me in the chat about Turkey being this dark horse contender, I think they could potentially become that. But as of right now, I just see a clear difference between them and the elite teams in this tournament. And so for that reason, I'm not even worried, brother. My hair is safe. Or I guess that might not be. I mean, a hair transplant ain't the worst thing. It can actually fix it. So I don't know if I'm safe or not. But regardless, I don't got to pay the price to go to Turkey.
Yeah,
I don't got to pay the price.
Yeah,
at least due to my predictions and shit. Maybe one day I go for my own sake. But for now, I'm good.
It also is interesting that people are so high on Turkey when we've seen Austria and Switzerland play 2 games so far at this tournament. They are clearly the better side. If Austria or Switzerland play Turkey, Turkey loses every single time. Austria and Switzerland are the dark horses of this tournament. People need to give up on Turkey and move over because there are much better teams still to be played at, or still to be supported at this tournament.
And then there's a final part to that super chat where he asks, do we see Belgium or Portugal going further? I need to look at the bracket.
Same. I would say based off of performance, they'll go the same distance, but bracket obviously will tell who goes further. And I don't know the bracket off my head.
For now, I say both quarters. It just depends what matchup they have.
That purely depends on matchup.
Yeah, I need to see what matchup they have. Guys, tonight we have a major stream happening with our post-game live stream covering the Mexico versus Jamaica game and then Ecuador, Venezuela. I finally get to talk about my beautiful team, man. We've been talking about all these other teams, but meanwhile, my team has been waiting for a big moment in the Copa America, and I'm gonna get emotional on the stream, guys. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna give it all. I'm gonna give it everything, regardless of the predictions we made, regardless of how bad of a state this Mexican team is. I always give my heart to my team, to my country, no matter what. So if they win today, fuck it. We're going to the fucking final, and we're winning the goddamn Copa America, and you're gonna see it tonight on today's stream. And if they lose, we don't want to know what happens if they lose. Oh, God. We don't want to know what happens if they lose, bro.
And the scary thing is, if you consider it, they're playing maybe the weakest team in the group, so you better win. You better beat Jamaica.
We have to. Jamaica, we have to.
We have to.
We won't.
But here's the thing. If you do win, anything might be possible for Mexico.
We start the tournament.
It'd be a hell of a start.
Perfectly. Guys, who do you think is going to win, Mexico or Jamaica? And then we also have Ecuador versus Venezuela. Copa America live stream going down tonight. Make sure to join us. And I think that's it. I think we're going to sign off now on the Give and Go stream regarding the Euros. Guys, thank you so much for watching once again. We will be back tomorrow at a later time because there's only 2 games and they're later in the day. We will be back at the same time actually for the stream, but the games will be happening later, so we get to sleep, bro.
We get to finally get some sleep, man. I'm starting to hallucinate.
Thank God, bro. Thank God. Wait, what?
I'm serious, bro.
All right, we got to get out of here, bro. We got to address that. We got to take this man to a doctor. See you guys soon, guys. Peace.